Hello, everybody. Let me start this talk by stating some hard-hitting facts that were shared by Sir David Attenborough. You realize that 96% of the mammals on this planet today are us and the livestock that we have domesticated, which means it's us humans taking up this planet. And it's only 4% of what is left, which are the other animals like your elephants, tigers, lions, etc. And if you talk of the bird population, 70% are all domesticated poultry, mainly chicken. So imagine the bird species that is left on this planet as of today. And as we're talking, we are in the midst of the 6th mass extinction, and we are not even aware of it. The reason being, it's not hitting us in our face directly. As we go on about our day-to-day lives, we don't even realize what's happening. How come we are even discussing these facts today? What has happened that we have come to this stage? When this planet came into existence, nature had a beautiful way of creating an ecosystem where every species somehow learned to live through give and take. Human species was also a part of this ecosystem, and we didn't have 96% of the consumption. So it was a beautiful balance, and nature decided how each species survived. And humans, being the evolved species, somehow started taking over. Our minds evolved, our thought process evolved, our inventions and innovations evolved, and we started ruling the planet. And sadly today, we seem to be deciding how all the other species survive. And we have started questioning the balance that nature has put in place. So how come we have gone on to become this Frankenstein monster? How is it that we think we can rule the world? Are we even prepared for this change? Do we think we know how to cope with this change and ensure we survive, and the other animals too? So what is this overconfidence that we seem to have acquired over these years? So nature has given everything to us in abundance, beauty everywhere. So if you see, you'll see these contrasting images of what nature has given us and what we are sadly capable of doing to nature. So these pristine beaches that you see here are also littered with trash. In fact, even the remotest islands in this world where there is no human inhabitation are flooded with plastic waste. That is what we guys are capable of doing. Coral reefs, the lovely coral reefs, many of them are either dead or dying because of the change in weather pattern. And who is contributing to this? Again, us, marine life. And sadly, we have seen instances of so many whales being beached on a day-to-day basis, the only reason being because of the plastic they are ingesting. Did you realize that annually we are dumping 8 million metric tons of plastic in the oceans? That's what we are doing. And imagine the marine life having to swim amidst all this plastic. They can't differentiate between a jellyfish and a plastic cover. So what would a fish do? It takes in the plastic cover as well, and it slowly chokes to death. That is what we humans are capable of doing again. Nature at its best, and we are again capable of turning that into a dumping ground. It's all litter, garbage that we just keep dumping. We are those transformation experts, sadly. Mount Everest, that has become the highest garbage dump in this world. We have not spared even the peak there. So why are we even doing this? Is there even a way to handle the situation and set it right? And these are all the questions that I asked myself when I started working in the waste management space. I started this journey as a volunteer trying to set up waste handling process across different places, across communities, and helping them segregate their waste and route it responsibly to the destination and all. And as in more I got involved with this, my work also took me through landfills, through garbage dumps. And looking at those huge mountains of garbage set me thinking, oh my God, is segregation even going to help? Are we even able to handle this volume of waste? It didn't take me long to realize the obvious answer was a no. As long as we are dumping waste like that, there's no solution. Waste segregation and so-called responsible disposal of waste is not going to take us anywhere. And if I want my daughter, the future generation, to have a livable planet, something needs to be done there. That's where I realized that the lifestyle model has to change. We have got into this aspirational living of wanting more and big of everything. Today, whatever is the latest is outdated by the next month, and we want the latest then. Just because accessibility, affordability has become a way of life, we all aspire to have a very high consumption based lifestyle, because sadly, that has become the trademark of having arrived. We are successful. So the more and more we consume, the more and more we are dumping, the more and more we are killing the planet. And I said, okay, what can be done? What can we even do about this? If I go around telling people don't consume, obviously they'll think I've lost it. So that's where I realized an alternate lifestyle has to become a way of life again. Then I started looking at the ways. I said, okay, is there a way that we can avoid things getting dumped? And at the same time, everything that's dumped also has consumed the limited resources that are available to us. So both ends we are creating havoc. So is there a way we can avoid both these situations? And that's what upcycling is all about. I started looking at waste from a completely different angle. So when you look at a garbage dump, you'll see all types of waste in there. You talk of plastics, you talk of fabric, you talk of rubber, you talk of wood, you talk of glass. Everything is there in those garbage dumps. Now, what if I tell you the same waste that you see here can be made to look like this? How about this? If I tell you every single piece that you see there is actually created from waste. It is fabric waste that is transformed. It is yarn waste that is transformed. It is glass that is transformed. Every single thing can be repurposed. And guess what? We haven't used any virgin resource as well. So it's the best of both worlds, right? Where you can consume, but consume consciously and start making a difference. So that is exactly what we are trying to do through Reimagined, repurposing waste. That is, repurpose material that has reached its end of life and give it a new lease of life, while at the same time ensure we don't use up virgin resources. And this started as the first foundation of Reimagined, and now it is sitting on another second pillar, which is sustainable livelihood. So all these products are handcrafted by women from the urban and rural poor. So when I first met these women, they were all beaten down in life with never being given an opportunity in life. And today, they are proud mothers. They have a dream that they are chasing for a better living for themselves and their family. So these have become the two foundation principles of the company today. So you can ask me, so is upcycling going to solve everything? No. Upcycling is one way of living, is one alternative. So what else can one do? Okay, you adopt upcycling as your first choice. In addition to that, there are individuals who have also done or addressed this issue in their own way. This is an image that had gone viral on social media for all the wrong reasons. Any guesses? So this was the sea turtle that was rescued with a straw stuck in its nose. And the rescuers had to struggle to pull it out of that nose. Good thing is, this turtle survived, but there are thousands that are dying. Is it really possible to rescue each and every turtle out there in the sea? No, it's just not practical. One of my friends who was in the corporate industry then quit her job and went on to become a diving instructor in Indonesia. A very nice, appealing job, adventure, everything. She started off as a certified diving instructor there. But over the years, she had also seen how the water is changing. She saw many marine lives dying every single day. She found a turtle choking because it got wrapped in a plastic cover. She just got into it and it was dying. And that really gave her nightmare. She just couldn't live with that. She decided, and through her daily course of diving, every day she would end up rescuing the animals as well as pulling out trash from the seas. But how long can that go on? But that image of the turtle choking to death shook her up. Then she decided, she quit her diving job because it was very, very depressing by that time. And she decided that she is going to start making a difference in her own way. And her dream is to create an alternative, an eco-friendly, sustainable alternative to every single plastic you use on a day-to-day life. And she has aptly named her company the Happy Turtle. She feels she can make many more turtles happy that way. That is the journey she has chosen for herself and to make a difference in her own way. At the same time, a person like Vani Murthy, she's known as the composting champion. So her sole purpose, so she conducts these workshops and handholds people to compost their kitchen waste, the daily kitchen waste, into beautiful compost, which is also called black gold. So in India today, if you look at waste composition, 60% of it is organic waste. So just imagine you take off that 60%, turn it into compost, and it back gets into the soil. So you just left to deal with that 40% of garbage, right? Imagine if a person is able to transform thousands of people to take up composting. That is the journey that Vani Murthy has undertaken. There's the other option of minimalism. Now, what is minimalism? What I consume will be based on my needs, not by what I want. So this lady, who has now become a good friend of mine, embarked on her journey of minimalism. So she threw out everything in her house and she said, I'm going to start from base zero and I will add stuff in my house depending on my needs. So she came to me with this old rusted metal trunk and a couple of 3 or 4 metal boxes and said, Shailaja, can you please transform this? This will become my storage space in my house. We did the transformation and gave it back to her, and guess what? She didn't have enough stuff to put in those. That is her journey of minimalism, because she has chosen to tread extremely gently on this Mother Earth. That is her choice. Very simple thing like your day-to-day events, any birthday party or any corporate event, anything that you have, you can make it zero waste. That is, when you step out of that venue, there is no waste that is created. That is also another way of you making a conscious choice of making a difference to this planet. So all these things are different ways of looking at sustainable consumption. That is, consume in a way where we don't harm the planet, where we have a livable planet, right? So my wake-up call was when I waded through garbage dumps. My friend's wake-up call was when she saw a turtle choking. What is your wake-up call going to be? What is your journey going to be? What is it that you want to try as your first choice when you start making a difference to this planet? You can opt for buying upcycled products. That way you're making a difference. Or for any one-time use, look at buying seconds or rent it out. Renting has been part of the Indian culture even earlier. Somehow, because of affordability and accessibility, that has kind of faded away. Explore that option once again. Differentiate between your needs and wants. And this is something even I have tried myself. I used to be a shopaholic when I was in the corporate world, because at that time I didn't have any wake-up call. I was snoring. And anything that I would find appealing, I would just pick it up. Now, when I really feel like buying something, I give myself 2 days' time. Hold on. And trust me, after 2 days, 99% of the times I realize I really don't need it. Money also saved, trust me. So it's a very, very simple choice to make, right? And the 4 R's, the mantra before you touch and pick up any product: refuse, reduce, reuse, recycle. Apply that principle to everything that you consume. You'll automatically realize that you're cutting down on the waste you're generating, and that's because you're also consuming less. Home compost. So that's a very, very simple day-to-day way of living that you can try at your home. Anytime you buy something, always make an informed purchase. Know what you're contributing to in terms of sourcing. Are you supporting sweatshops? Are you supporting overexploitation of resources? What is the difference that you are making by picking up any product off the shelf? Make an informed choice. All these, you start with one and you'll realize actually they are all interconnected. You'll automatically see each one of these becoming part of your lifestyle. So give it a thought. Where do you want to start? Make a beginning. Thank you.